John was an ambitious young man living in a quiet little town, but he always felt different, as if something was missing. Since childhood, he had dreamed of adventures and discovering the world, yet he remained stuck in the routine of daily life, working in a small shop owned by his father. One day, while he was arranging goods on the shelves, a strangely dressed man entered the shop. He wore an old coat, and his eyes sparkled with the wisdom of years. He stood before John and said in a calm voice, "My boy, do you believe that fate has a plan for everyone?" John was taken aback by the question and didn't know how to respond. The man smiled and added, "Sometimes, we must seek answers in places we least expect." The man placed an old map on the table and pointed to a distant location in the mountains. Then he left the shop without saying another word. John couldn't stop thinking about it. The map was hand-drawn and seemed to lead to something special. That night, he sat thinking for a long time and realized that if he didn't seize this opportunity, he might regret it for the rest of his life. The next morning, he packed his bag and set off on his journey. The journey was arduous, he had to cross dense forests and climb rugged hills. But he felt exhilarated, as if every step brought him closer to something great. One day, while walking along a narrow mountain path, he met an old man sitting beside a small hut. The man asked him, "Where are you headed, young man?" John took out the map and showed it to the old man, who laughed and said, "What you seek is not a material treasure, but something far greater." John did not understand the meaning of his words, but he continued on his way until he reached a dark cave in the heart of the mountain, as indicated by the map. He entered the cave cautiously, and when he reached the end, he found an old chest. He opened the chest slowly, but instead of gold or jewels, he found a small mirror. He looked at his reflection, and suddenly remembered all the moments of his life, his dreams, his fears, and all the things he had dreaded. He realized then that the journey was not about finding treasure, but about discovering himself. He emerged from the cave with a smile, returning to his town as a different person. He no longer feared the unknown, instead, he saw each day as a new opportunity. He began to pursue his dreams and became an adventurer and a writer, sharing his story with anyone searching for themselves. And John finally understood that the most important journey in life is the journey within.